With the sexual harassment scandal rocking the Senate getting messier, Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan has filed a contempt charge against the Senate President Godswill Akpabio following the 6-month suspension slammed on her by the Senate. Equally cited as contempt in the Form 48 she entered before the Federal High Court in Abuja, are the Clerk of the National Assembly and the Chairman of the Senate Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Code of Conduct, Senator Neda Imasun. The embattled Kogi lawmaker maintained that her suspension constituted a willful disobedience to a subseating order the court issued against the defendant on March 4th. Based on her application, the court, in a notice of disobedience of court order signed by its registrar, urged the defendants and contemnors to take notice of their willful disobedience of the order that was issued against them by Justice Obiora Uwatu. It warned that disobedience of the subseating order rendered Akpabio, Senator Imasun, and the Clerk of the National Assembly liable for contempt of courts, for which they may be committed to prison. The Senate President Akpabio has, in response to the suit, challenged the jurisdiction of the court to meddle in the affairs of the Senate. The court adjourned further proceedings in the case till March 25. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Senate has told the Interparliamentary Union (IPU) that it suspended Kogi lawmaker Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan for gross misconduct and not because of her sexual allegation on Senate President Godswill Akpabio. This was as the complaints laid by the lawmaker at the United Nations Interparliamentary Conference in New York has continued to attract reactions.
It be unequivocally stated that Senator Uduaghan was suspended solely for a persistent act of misconduct, blatant disregard for the provisions of the Senate Standing Orders 2023 as amended, and gross indiscipline, nothing more, nothing less.
Recall that Senator Natasha had taken her case before the global institution for them to prevail over what she said was an injustice meted on her. The Nigerian Senate has, however, replied to Senator Natasha's complaint to the IPU through a letter by the Senate leader, Senator Opeyemi Bamidele, refuting the claim as a deliberate misinformation and false narrative being circulated by certain media organizations regarding the 6-month suspension of Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed has expressed readiness to work with the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 general elections, Peter Obi, to provide good governance to Nigerians. Mohammed stated this in Bauchi this Thursday when Obi paid him a consultation visit at the state presidential lodge. According to Mohammed, the visit, which centered on how he and Obi can work closely together to address poverty and criminality, will transcend political, religious or tribal lines.
In power relish in being undertakers in different parties. We will use knowledge, tact and strategy to transcend all this, to go beyond their estimation in such a manner that will come with a framework that will give you as latitude to actualize our collective aspiration of providing good governance to Nigerians, irrespective of the bad interferences, permutations, or plans of those people who think that they can scuttle democracy through all the means that is in their hands, through the power of coercion, or even interference in the judiciary and so on and so forth. We will transcend all that, and that is the plan. Thank you.
We just started talking. But the most important thing is that our talks centered on issues that bother the ordinary Nigerian. We want to see a Nigerian where a child of nobody will be somebody. I used to go to school in my own parents' car, the same school with the driver, my mother's driver. The children were in the same school. Today is all finished. We want to give a Nigerian child a hope.
Obi added that the country needed to invest hugely in critical areas to pull people out of poverty so as to reduce criminality in the society. The closed-door meeting between the duo lasted for more than 3 hours before they addressed the press. The Chief Magistrate Court, Wuse Zone 6, Abuja, has issued a bench warrant for the arrest of blogger Martins Vision Oche, popularly known as Very Dark Man, for criminal defamation of the reputation of a gospel singer, Mercy Chinwo. The Magistrate Court ordered the Nigerian police force, together with other law enforcement agencies, to arrest Very Dark Man and bring him to court to answer the allegation leveled against him. Magistrate Emmanuel Iyanya issued the bench warrant on Thursday, March 13, 2025, when Very Dark Man failed to appear before the magistrate following a court summon on March 5, 2025 for him to do so. Though Very Dark Man's lawyer Deji Adeyanju appealed to the magistrate to rethink the bench warrant and that he would personally produce his client in court, Magistrate Iyanya rejected the plea and insisted that Very Dark Man be produced in court by security agencies. Nigerian singer Habiba Kikiola Badmus, aka Portable Starter for his birthday celebration, has continued to make headlines on social media. Portable turned the new age on March 12, 2025 and organized a small party to mark the special occasion. A video made the rounds on social media of Zazu Kronas getting a birthday surprise from a loved one on his big day. The singer was seen seated on one of the canopies set up for his birthday when he was approached by people playing the birthday song on a trumpet and carrying a birthday cake. And that's the news. You can follow up on latest events and happenings around you via social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Clearview News Dex, or via our handle on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Clearview Online. Many thanks for watching. I am Florence Joshua. Bye for now.